Well, I mean, you guys get through that regional, which I think was impressive. And it's funny, I was talking to Tyler about this. You guys got your revenge on Rhode Island when you beat them 23-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, just took it out on them. I mean,
I think that was the game Jonah got ejected.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, because he accidentally bumped the catcher. And
wow.
I just remember, dude, I'll talk about another good experience. I just remember I was sitting there with Clark we were in the visitors dugout.
Right, yeah.
Jonah comes around, accidentally hits the catcher gets up, it's like looking over Jonah. Chris Cullen's standing there like, I hope you do, bro. Like he's looking down, at this catcher because you know how big he is.
Yeah.
He's like, I hope you do. And everybody from their dugout starts coming out. And Clark looks at me and he goes, "You going?" I was like, "I go if you go." So we both jumped this rail. And Coach Myers sees me and Clark going. He comes up out of the dugout. He's like, "No." I gave him a spin move and I kept going towards home plate. Clark gave him we did it like a little double spin. And I don't know. I might have put some D-backs in a blender on that one. But we're standing there at home plate with these guys like just ready to go. It was the best.
Jeez. Well, I want to ask you especially, man, that postseason. You go to the Super Regionals, which is big no matter what, and it's in Columbia. But I know that had to be really big for you personally because you took on Oklahoma State, which, again, you're an Oklahoma guy. And you're literally taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. You start that first game. And again, I know it didn't go the way the series at least did not go the way you guys wanted it to. Oklahoma State was a really, really good team that year. But, I mean, you threw well, no question. 7 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 Ks. Just talk to me about it again. I have to imagine you had a little extra juice in that one. I mean, you're literally starting against your, I don't want to say hometown team, but like the state you're from. You're going up against these guys.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a crazy feeling just because, like you said, you know, they're from my home state. And for me, it was kind of like I had a little chip on my shoulder going up against them just because I actually worked with their pitching coach my entire life. I'll still work with him to this day. Rob Walton, he guy's a wizard, does his stuff. So that and the recruiting coordinator for them at the time, his name was Marty Lease or something like that. He was recruiting me in high school, and he couldn't even say my name right. Kept calling me Brandon. And Rob would look at him and be like, "Yo, his name is Braden. Like, what are you doing?" And I was like, I just kept my mouth shut and said,
the ultimate disrespect. The ultimate
disrespect. But then he was like, "Oh, we need a commitment out of you today," because they knew that I was going to South Carolina literally the next day to visit. And I was like, "Nah, that's not gonna happen." So they pulled that was the only school that I had that pulled their scholarship offer from me. But it was literally like they offered it to me and it was like it wasn't even comparable to the one that South Carolina offered me. So I was just like, I mean, I would have stayed close to home. However, coach couldn't say my name right.
Yeah. So you would have went to Okie State.
Depending on circumstances.
Right.
If South Carolina didn't offer me what they offered me, then maybe.
What was Reed on that team, on that Oklahoma State team? Reed Morgan?
I think he
wasn't on that team yet?
I don't think so. No, because he's like 2 years younger than me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was at Carolina in 19. So
we would have been in college together, had I went there. But
I was just curious. I know that's where he started, so I was just curious if that was the year he was there or not. Yeah. But no, like I said, I know that had to be a crazy feeling for you, man. Again, I mean, going up against Oklahoma State. Again, you guys, it didn't go the way you wanted. That close to getting to Omaha. But again, I know you talked about it a little bit earlier, but you look back on that season. I mean, I'm sure it's the positive memories for you have got to stand out. I mean, obviously that, you got basically one opportunity in SEC baseball. And I mean, with that group of dudes and the successes you guys had, and again, you won the SEC East, which again, I was talking to Tyler about that. It's not something to just be glossed over. Like when you win the SEC East, you've had a damn good year. I mean, it's the best conference in college baseball. You're beating out Florida, Vandy, Georgia. I mean, we all know. the usual suspects. But I mean, you guys had a hell of a year. That's the only way to put it. You guys had a hell of a year that year.
Yeah, I mean it was fun. That's all I got to say
Yeah,
about it.
no, for sure.
I had some friends who actually were on the Mississippi State team that ended up winning the entire SEC, and it was because we didn't play our day game against Florida that got rained out.
Yeah, so it was a half game. You guys lost it by.
Yeah, it was. It pissed me off because they literally all talk.
How can
smack.
they? How I don't even understand how that could be allowed. Like, how can you not make up that game? That's insane.
Especially
to
when
determine
it comes,
a champion.
Yeah,
That's wild. It's crazy.